The moment at the top felt peaceful, powerful, and beyond words. Step by step, the trail became steeper, and thin mountain air made every breath feel heavier. The rocky path tested both strength and patience, but the silence of the mountain kept pushing us forward. Cold mountain. Cloud moved slowly across the sky as we walked beside the frozen beauty of Gokyo Lake. Only the footsteps on the icy trail and the strong Himalayan wind surrounded us. Every step near the frozen lake felt like walking through a dream hidden deep in the clouds covered and unveiled the snow peaks again and again, creating a magical atmosphere that words could hardly explain. Crossing the mighty Ngozumpa Glacier from Gokyo towards Thangnak felt harsh, silent, and powerful. Loose rocks, frozen paths, and unstable glacier trails made every step slow and difficult. The cold wind, thin air, and endless rocky terrain tested both balance and endurance. Surrounded by ice, glaciers, and towering Himalayan peaks, the crossing felt raw and unforgettable. A true experience of the wild heart of the Everest region. The journey from Z to C began in complete darkness, long before sunrise. Headlamps lit the frozen trail as the cold Himalayan wind cut through every layer. Each step on the icy rocks and steep glacier path felt tougher than the last. As the altitude increased, breathing became harder, and the mountains revealed their true power. The climb toward Cho La Pass was steep, wild, and mentally exhausting. Truly a crazy-level Himalayan challenge. Frozen terrain, slippery glacier crossings, and endless uphill sections tested every bit of strength and determination. Standing there, surrounded by massive Himalayan giants, felt unreal. One of the toughest, yet most unforgettable moments of the entire Everest adventure. When the first daylight touched the snow-covered peaks and flags appeared at the top of Cho La Pass, the pain slowly turned into pride. Standing there, surrounded by massive Himalayan giants, felt unreal. One of the toughest, yet most unforgettable moments of the entire Everest adventure. national bird of Nepal is the beautiful Himalayan monal. Despite harsh conditions, the Everest trek remained an unforgettable journey. Walking through fresh snowfall, hidden trails brought a new level of adventure, and each moment felt even more deeply personal. The cold wind grew stronger with every step as the high altitude demanded resilience. Icy patches, rocky terrain, and constantly changing paths tested both balance and stamina, while the beauty of the surroundings made every challenge worthwhile. The climb to Patthar before sunrise was brutal. Freezing darkness, thin oxygen, extreme exhaustion. But then, slowly, sunlight touched the summit of Mount Everest, and the mountain turned golden. I cannot fully explain that feeling. It was not excitement, it was peace. A deep emotional silence that made every hardship worth it. Everest Base Camp, a dream becoming reality. Reaching Everest Base Camp was emotional beyond words. For years, I had seen this place in documentaries and photographs, but standing there in reality, hearing the glacier crack beneath the silence, seeing the Khumbu icefall, watching climbers prepare for the world's highest mountain, felt deeply overwhelming. I carried the city furniture flag with pride across the Himalayas as a symbol of representation and gratitude. At that moment, I was not thinking about success. I was thinking about everyone who supported me, motivated me, believed in me, and helped me reach this dream. This journey was never walked alone. Kongma La tested everything left inside me. The longest climbs, the toughest terrain, the most exhaustion. At this point, my body was already tired from many days in the Himalayas. But something incredible happens during difficult journeys. Your body becomes weaker, but your mind becomes stronger. And somewhere between the glaciers, the snowstorms, and the endless mountain trails, I discovered a stronger version of myself. Reaching Tengboche after days of trekking felt peaceful and refreshing. Surrounded by majestic peaks and lush landscapes, the monastery offered a sense of calm and spirituality. Playing with fresh snow in Dingboche is felt pure, wild, and unforgettable. Walking through the quiet trails, breathing in the fresh mountain air, every step felt lighter. One of the happiest moments of the journey. Surrounded by snow-covered peaks and icy winds, returning through the peaceful Dudh Kosi route valleys of Nepal felt completely different from the journey up. The same trail now carried memories, emotions, and the quiet feeling of completing something unforgettable. Walking past ancient stone paths, prayer wheels, small tea houses, and friendly villages, every step felt slower and more meaningful. The sound of rivers, fluttering prayer flags, and distant mountain winds created a calm atmosphere after the harsh challenges of the high Himalayas. As I left the Himalayas, I realized I was not returning as the same person who arrived in Lukla. The mountains change people, not because they are beautiful, but because they force us to face ourselves. This journey was never only about Everest. It was about fear, patience, faith, pain, gratitude, and discovering how far the human spirit can go. The streets of Namche Bazaar felt alive with energy, culture, and spirit. Small cafes, trekking shops, prayer flags, and smiling trekkers from around the world filled the narrow stone streets with excitement. After days in the remote Himalayas, walking through Namche felt warm, colorful, and unforgettable. A perfect blend of adventure, stories, culture, and mountain life.